Okay, windows. So very similar to doors.
Right.
And under our building shell menu, there's our door tool and our window tool. And you can see it pretty much looks exactly the same as our door tool, our firm menu options. So we have our standard insertion mode, our offset insertion mode, our wall insertion mode, and insertion points, left, center, right, custom, or object insertion. Our drop down menu for our custom windows. So you can see again, there's a large, extensive list of window styles available. We can do generic windows, Imperial Metric. We can also do Anderson windows, Geldwin, Lowen, Marvin, so brand names again. And we can pick one and we can see they include Muntins and everything. And so right now I'm going to just use, oh, I've got a custom window, that's fine. I can also go into my window tool preferences, which brings up my window preferences. Looks very similar again to our door, and again has all these menu options and all these settings that can be applied to our windows. Mm-hmm. So instead of door configuration, now we have sash. So our sash can be casement, it can be an opening. I'm going to convert this to an unstyled wall or window. So from our architectural scavenger hunt, you were able to, we talked about all these windows, right? Yeah. Any ones that you have a question with? Yeah. So an opening is just going to be an opening. It's not going to be frame cased in case, whereas this is going to be cased, and we can see that in plan view. And it's great because you see the top plan preview and the 3D preview. So fixed glass is just going to be fixed, no sash. So it's just got that frame around it. Right. Single hung, and you can see, so if you're ever wondering what they do, you can look in here and check them out too. We can also do a custom window. So by selecting custom, then this custom sash options become available, and I can go in there. I can say I want 1 row and 3 columns. And I can then do, actually I will go back. I'm going to change my width and say I'll do this 7 feet. Oops. Window preferences. So I have a 7-foot wide window. Now it's custom sash. I did those 3 columns. I can specify which each pane is. So in this case, this selected sash is showing in red and highlighted. I can go over to my middle sash. It's fixed glass. I can go over to my right, and that's fixed glass as well. I could make this one left casement. Actually, I want it right casement. And this one to be left casement. So in this case, I have a multi-configuration window. I have left casement, right casement with a fixed piece of glass. All those settings are in there, but you can kind of play with it and see what you like. I can hit OK. I can include trim. I can have transom. So if I'm going to have a transom above my doors, I'm going to be able to either raise the height of my windows and or include a transom with that as well. You can even, so Muntin bars, right? So if we want to include Muntins, we can specify what kind and styles they are. Right. I'm going to have to, there we go, we'll do that one. No, I still can't do, is there, somewhere I must be able to check that I want Muntins. Okay, let's go back to a regular window. I will do single hung. Oh, and there we go. So these are my little, if I look here, it's prairie with sunburst. I can go, actually I want colonial, and then I can specify vertical bars. And so say I want 5 vertical bars and 1 horizontal bar. So I can then add buttons however I like. So there's colonial, there's prairie with sunburst, colonial with sunburst, and Renaissance, which is very similar to prairie. So we can add these details. So especially when we get into 3D, we're going to be wanting to add details like this. So I'm just going to hit OK. I have my standard insertion mode. I can just click where I want that window. Again, the first click places the window. The second one positions it. Okay. So I go interior, and then if I'm looking now in 3D, I can see my window. I can also place windows in 3D mode. So here I have my window selected. I can just click it here. I'm going to have to do 2 clicks again, and there is my window available. Now, especially for our windows, they're all dimensioned from the exterior of our walls. So we can go into top plan view and use that offset insertion mode again. So I could be that, again, we're going to measure from the outside of sheathing. I'll just say this is 5 feet. So that first, oops, oh right, I wanted to go, I didn't want 0. So I'm going to go 10 feet in this case, and I'm going to go minus 90. So that first one places it, then I also have to specify orientation. So I click inside. It then brings me that checkbox again, enter offset. So 10 feet from the reference points. If it's not what I specified, I can change it there and hit OK. And then that window is placed accordingly. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is my wall not showing up?
Oh.